Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Live.
I told you, look.
What, you're looking red?
Yeah, look how red.
Yeah, but look, I'm going to have panda right. Look at that!
You just gone brown, just... Oh, actually, do that again?
No. See, it's not this bad in real life. It's
no,
just that the lighting or something. You can't even... I need, like, bigger... I should have worn sunglasses. So...
Well, we were out in the sun, pretty much, is what we're saying there. So apologies, it's not the colour on your device.
Yeah, don't adjust your set.
it's us. So we hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It still went fairly quick for me, even though it was an amazing time. You have a good weekend, Pete?
It was great, actually. Yeah, loads of stuff done. An escape room.
Yeah.
Where we got out in our fastest time, 42 minutes.
Oh, you're getting good at this.
Yeah. I think it was more luck than judgment. Saturday, Holly was home, so we had a nice barbie. Sunday, went to my sister's for a big family gathering. Anyone that follows me on Facebook would have seen all the pictures and the game of
musical chairs.
Musical chairs, yeah. And then Sunday, we went to point racing locals here, which is a fantastic day. We bumped into you there, so we spent the day together, and you took part in, they call it sheaf throwing.
Let's just clarify this. I was bullied into sheaf throwing.
But you done very well. Now here's the thing, we're going to have a little poll. It's not a competition, it's just a bit of fun. So have we got the code for it, Chris? Right, go to crowd.live, and before you do this, we'll explain what it is. And there's your password. It's not a quiz. We have got a quiz, but this is just a poll. Now, let me explain what this is. You have a big bag full of hay.
Yeah.
And you've got a fork.
Yeah.
A big garden fork. And there's a bar. You've got to pick the hay up and toss it over the bar. But each time you do it, the bar gets higher and higher and higher. So how many times do you think Dave managed to do it? And I think your options are 0 times right up until 6 times. Yeah. Okay? So at the end, we'll show you the video of all the attempts Dave made.
I could not be more out of my comfort zone.
You done, I'm not going to say what you done.
No, but I was out of my comfort zone, put it that way. You could see that.
Bearing in mind, everyone else taking part was Kent Young Farmers, wasn't it?
They were all there in their tweed and their shirts and ties, and I just bowled up in a suit.
And the fact they
t-shirt.
thought your name was Nave, and they thought that was a more acceptable name than Dave.
You'll hear it in the beginning. Yeah, what's your name? I said Dave. They go, Nave? I went, no, Dave. I said, oh.
David? Who called their child David? But it was great. It's such a great day. So anyway, just for a bit of fun, log in here, go and press your vote, what you think it is, how many times you think Dave managed to do it, if any. Right, and then we'll show you the video right at the end. We got a video of, like I said, Dave's attempts. So, they're there. We'll give you a few minutes to get this code in, and then we'll move on and give you the code for the quiz, because once you've placed your vote with this, you don't have to do it again, then you can log out and log back in with a different quiz. So do you want to say some hellos?
I will do. I will just start by saying, if you belong to a Facebook Magic group or Magic Club, please share this live. We are here this afternoon for all you guys, so as many people as we can get watching, we would appreciate. So if you hear us say share every week and you don't, but you still watch, please share. That would be awesome for us. We appreciate that.
And all you got to do is hit that share button.
It says, Big Newton says, it says the poll has not started yet.
Ah.
So
hang on 1 second, guys. Let me do that.
One person that gonna do
it. That's my fault. That is.
That's okay. We have got a quiz, as I said, as well. I will take a look just before we set it live and tell you who sent the quiz in, because they have already got £15 worth of loyalty points in their Alakazam account. So if you have a quiz, this week's one's really good actually. There's a whole mixture of different questions and difficulty levels. So if you have a quiz or you You've got 20 minutes. You think you can make one for us? 10 questions, 4 multiple choice, and then just give us the right answer. And it's as easy as send it into sales at Alakazam. And like on a Tuesday, I'll go and I'll have a look. I'll randomly pick one, and that will be the one. And I'll put £15 in your Alakazam account, which I have done this week.
Right, we should be live with the poll now, so give it a go.
So if you've just joined, you pick a number. I basically throw some hay over a pole. It all makes sense later. And yeah, put a vote as to how many you think I have done.
The votes are already coming in.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of that. Oh, none. Okay.
Who done none? 7% done none.
No,
Right, so they're still coming in. Remember, guys, this will be open for maybe the next 5 minutes or so. So, yeah.
Cool. Gary Scott says already shared. He shared into the Merlin Magic Club. So thank you very much for doing that, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
We'll give you all a shout out if you tell us where you've shared it. We'll give your club a shout out on the live. Lovely job. So we've got loads of magic that we want to kind of talk about this week as well. We've got the Pro Show magic range that has come in.
Oh, yes.
Quite excited about all of that. This is the mug in which you can win in our quiz. There we have it. So we'll be giving you the information for that shortly. Also, I know that we have somebody... Tom Rolfe is going to be coming into the shop on Thursday, and like I said last week, if you want to take us on a challenge of the Fluffy Bunny Challenge, then you can do so, and he's going to do that. So we'll put that on next week.
He's coming all the way from Canada
just to see us,
to see us, and to do the Fluffy Bunny Challenge.
No other reason.
No other reason.
No. Okay.
Good on you, Tom.
Cool.
And he's watching now as well.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing him.
Fig Newton says, I'm hoping Dave fell over and ended up covered in straw. It's not very nice, Fig. It's not very nice. It wasn't far off. Towards the end, though, it was splitting and going everywhere, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It was hard work. It was hard work.
Gordon says he's about to share to Mahatma Club in Liverpool, so there's a shout out to your Magic Club as well. Craig Leonard says, any news on future academies?
Yes, there isn't one. There isn't one this month. There is one next month, and the details will go up very, very soon. It's someone we've been trying to get for a long, long time. So we're really excited about this. It's a guy that I don't think he's ever done any online lectures or things like that before, to my knowledge.
No.
And this is going to be very, very good. So we'll let you know as soon as we put the details up.
Lovely. Steve Ashcroft shared with the North Wales Magic Circle, so shout out to you guys. Thank you for doing that. And Scott Field wants to thank us. Just received Extractor 2 from Alakazam today in Australia. Brilliant. I think you wrote a really lovely review as well on our site, on our Facebook, I believe. So thank you very much for doing that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
John Middleton, I didn't get the mug with the number 1 on the front. What one did you get, John? What one did you get? Let us know. Right, so where do you want to start, Pete? We've got lots of little videos to play, lots to talk about.
Well, shall we talk about these first?
Yes.
Okay. So let's put these here. We have just started stocking these items from Pro Show Magic. Now, I met Pro Show at Blackpool, but the reason we got into these and we tried to get hold of them was because of Joel Dickinson.
Yeah.
Because Joel was using this.
Now, Joel does a mini chop cup routine. A lot of you bought the mini chop cup after seeing it. And although this is, this is as great as a holdout for anything like lemon
or cards or a ball or lemon,
I know that he holds his mini chop cup in there. Now these are fantastic. If you basically want to just relieve your pockets of some space. Now, if you perform chop cup, you know that they just bulge out pretty much, and pocket space is limited. So even taking one of your loads out just by having this on your belt is great for the pocket space. But what I like about this, which differs to a lot of what I've seen in the past, what I actually own myself, is that they've placed in here a cutout. That cutout goes into the space within the elastic, right? So that means if you have a ball, then some of it is then taken back here.
Which is holding it in position.
Holds it in position and actually takes some of the bulge out of the object, so it lessens it here. And that just literally goes through your belt loop and clips on like this. So whether you use chop cup or not, build to lemon, you're going to
even if you're
8-ball.
Carrying an invisible deck or something like that, because a lot of people carry an invisible as an out or as an opening to their act or whatever it is, and to have it not with your other deck, have it back there is great. And if you do perform the standard of invisible deck routine where you make the deck appear, it's perfect to have it on your belt at the back of your jacket. And as they're doing their bits, you get in position and boom, appear the deck, And
it's also great for, if you see down here, you can actually have like a glass in there or a bottle of beer. Because of how it gets slightly smaller at the bottom, it will hold it tight in. So you don't need a bottom loop there to keep it.
Well, should we watch a little trailer for that? Because I think he goes through a few options.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
We got the trailer for the Pro holder, Chris? Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at that now.
Hi, I'm Gary James, and thank you very much indeed for purchasing the Pro holder. The Pro holder, when you've opened it, you'll see this can either fit over your belt, has a press stud, can either fit over your belt and inside, or it can fit into the waistband without pressing the stud as well. Now you'll see there's a little hole cut out the back there. What that's for, that's so the fruit or the pool ball, that doesn't fall all the way through. It actually just sticks out the back here, a little concave out the back there, helps it grip. And it's just as easy just to pop it right out with your thumb, pushing down or pulling up the way. So let's have a little look at the Pro holder fitted onto the side of your belt or your waistband. So here's just a selection of some of the things that you can put inside the Pro holder. I like to use a shot glass when I'm doing my performance of Chop Shot. That's the production of a shot glass. That's inside here. Of course, a lemon, it's a nice holder if you want to do a lemon. Build to lemon. It's easy for it to load it straight in from here. A pack of cards. I use one of these round the back on my belt. If I'm doing invisible deck, I just hold it all the way down, so I can just reach over the back here, grab it, and then I come to the front and produce the visible deck of cards in there as well. And of course, the 8-ball here. Absolutely perfect for the 8-ball. And of course a bottle here, if you want to do a beer bottle, splash bottle type effect. Just the beer bottle sits inside here, or you can have it sitting in this way as well, so you can easily just pull it out from there as well. So that's just a few selected items that I use the Pro holder for and during my shows.
So that was the Pro Show holder. I highly recommend these. I think even just in Chop Cut where you got your 2 final loads, it's great. You could even have 2 of them, one either side.
But that's the thing, they're not that big, so you could have a few around there. Like if you had your Chop Cup, your invisible deck, and like you said, there's nothing worse. I used to do billing kiwi all the time. And, it just bulks your pocket out. Even a Chop Cup, it just makes it bulky, whereas this will hide it away. And Gary from Pro Show is actually watching, so hi Gary.
So if you have any questions, I'm sure Gary will jump in and answer them. But another plus point here that I like, just with the holder while we're talking about it, is some other versions of these would have kind of like just a thin strip that goes, so when you go to grab it, it can still move. What I love is that the back is the same thickness as the front, so once everything's in under the belt, it's locked in. It's not going to go anywhere.
And it's good quality leather as well. It's not plastic, it's not brittle.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, good quality. So we've got a few things to talk about of Gary's today as well, and these are all things that are designed, you know, for workers. They really are, and they help you do the job beautifully. But before we go on to the next one, let's put up the code for the quiz, because there's a few people asking, getting a bit confused, thinking it's the same code for the quiz. So this is the quiz code. We're going to have our first 3 questions in a bit, so go and register yourselves now for the quiz.
Awesome. Great.
All right, we'll leave that on while we're talking.
Yeah, if you haven't done that before, guys, just head over to that site there, crowd.live. There's your code. It will literally come up with a little box. Enter that code. Use your real name, no pseudonyms, okay? So if you win and it's a pseudonym, you won't get the prize, okay? Because we won't know where to send it, and anyone could say it's them. So make sure it's your real name. And moving on. So I will say something about Prosecco.
Yep.
Andy picked one up. And
Andy.
Our Andy, yeah. And he said, he said, I don't know who do that sort of stuff, but this looks fantastic. And on this one, let me say, let's watch the little trailer first, and then we'll talk about it, because it just looks brilliant, and what a great opener. So let's take a look at Prosecco.
Welcome to Prosecco, the finest glass production gimmick. Imagine throughout your show, you take a folded gift drinks bag. You get a drink chosen, in this case, it's Prosecco. And at any time, from the folded bag, you can reach in and produce their chosen drink. This is Prosecco.
Right, so that's Prosecco.
It's very, very cool. I mean, like a lot of your comments are saying, you know, the quality, if you've obviously purchased some of this stuff before, and you know, the quality of it, its quality is fantastic. The props made really well, and it opens itself up to all of those different productions. And I think as an opener, it's just a visual, all you want to tick is that it visually, you know, grabs your attention and is amazing, and it's quick, and this really does tick the box, whether you're going to produce it from the bag or from behind the silk, however you want to do it. We were just talking about the old Pat Page production,
from the back pocket,
from the back, and you know, that having it there and set like that is a lovely idea. You don't have to do the, you know, so yeah, it's great. It really is. You know, when we have good products on this show, it's really difficult to talk about them for ages because you kind of just keep repeating how good they are. But I would highly recommend this. I would highly recommend this and the pen. And if you bought all three, you'll see the price for all three is probably less than the most magic that come out with one product these days. So
yeah, it's true.
Really good.
Well, shall we jump into this one? Then that's all the Pro Show stuff.
Yeah.
Put aside, and then we can go into some questions. So the Pro Marker, I must admit, when I first saw this advertised, I thought, well, you know, there are build-to markers on the market anyway. What's the difference? And when I watched the trailer, I instantly saw what the difference is. So here's the trailer for the Pro Marker.
So that was the Pro Marker. Just a quick comment from Daniel here. Says once you've got Prosecco, you'll carry it to every gig. I can confirm. So yeah, people are using and loving these products. So if you haven't added them to your set yet, now is your chance. We have some stock in stock.
Yes.
Some product in stock.
Yeah, we do.
That was the Pro Marker. Really nice.
It's only 25 quid.
There you go.
£25.
And I'll tell you the thing I like about this as well, one of the things, should I say, I really like the idea of loading it into the ink cartridge within the pen. I just think that's a real nice touch. Yeah. And they thought about everything as well, so that you're not left there when it's in the ink cartridge trying to push it out. Actually, the lid of the pen acts as, you push that down onto the lid of the pen and it pushes the note out of the tube. So you can go here like this, you say please remove it for me, they remove it and open it. As you saw by the trailer, you know, it works with the new notes, and it's great.
And the thing is, if you've never done a build to impossible location, like I said, I used to build to lemon, build to kiwi, and it's great, but the prep time was, if I was doing a gig to prep sort of 10 lemons or 10 kiwis is a lot. Then you've got to keep going back to your case to reload and everything. And to have something like this means you're getting that same sort of effect of build to impossible location, but with no mess, and it's always ready to go. You know? So yeah, they're in stock. They're £25. I think Prosecco is £25, and I believe the Pro Holder, it's 20. So they're great value as well.
Yeah, they really are. Couple of questions. Does it actually say Pro Marker on it? It does.
It does, but it does just look like a marker called a Pro Marker.
Only we know that that's the name of the trick, but that is the marker. Someone's saying it's a big pen. I actually, I disagree a little bit. Actually, it's not the biggest pen.
It's a standard marker size. The thing is, what you got to remember, there are effects
thinner
out
than a
there.
board marker.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. There are actually, there's one or two notes to Sharpie, which are fine. But whenever you get a note to marker, i.e. something that works like this, it's always going to be a larger size pen for the way it works and the speed of the load. You'll find that a lot of the sort of Sharpie, well, there's only 2 Sharpie versions I know of.
Yeah.
And either it's quite a big setup to do it. Or it's quite fiddly to do, because you're obviously trying to get a pen into a very small area. A note into a very small pen.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have a look at even Einhorn's version that he released, it's still a big marker. Give you the speed load, really.
Steve says, how does Pro Marker compare to Bliss? A couple of ways. Bliss is a great idea. It is a big hookup. You need the space. I'm not going to give too much away. On your belt, you need that space, and you're going to be a little bit more worried about angle issues. Not to mention, it's probably £105 cheaper.
But Bliss is great. If you want to do it to a Sharpie, Bliss is a perfect way to do it. But something like this, I love the idea of handing them the pen, getting the pen back, placing the pen on the table, doing something else, and then the notes appearing on the pen, which has never gone away. Now, he does supply 2 pens here, so you can do a switch halfway through if you want. But you could easily just do it, hand them a pen, or put a pen on the table at the very beginning, do your bill switch, take the pen and move it, now do a card trick or whatever, and then point to the pen, which apparently you've never been near, and it's now inside. I think it's great.
I like his justification as well for rolling the note, to do the through the coin.
Yeah.
And he teaches you that on there as well. Value for money.
If you do Sharpie through card,
yeah,
you could roll the note to do Sharpie through card instead of a Sharpie. Yeah. Do it with the note, boom, and then you're already rolled.
There you go. All good. That's great. So, sound like Pro Market is better fit for my budget. Yeah, I mean, their stuff's so well priced and the quality's great, so you can't really complain at that at all. So yeah, all 3 of these while this is live, because I know we put this up on the bite size and we always get moaned at because the stuff's sold out by the time people watch it. While we're live, we have the items in stock, so go and check them out on the site, add them to your basket. Great, I think that's everything for me. So, did we get the code up for the quiz?
Yeah, so we do the first 3 questions. There's a code once more, and this was a quiz by Simon Beckman. So, congratulations, Simon. You've got yourself £15 worth of loyalty points.
They're already in your account, ready to be spent. Look at that.
Good stuff.
All right, so last chance, guys. Just up there, crowd.live. We're about to do the first 3 questions, and I think this quiz, apart from the last couple, I think it's going to open it up to a lot of you. I think some of these questions are, I would almost say, more general knowledge.
Oh.
So let's take a little look.
Are we ready?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. The book Principia, recently reviewed by Andy, was authored by Shim Lin, Harampang Ong, Eric Cheng, or Darwin Otis. You can read the other ones.
Have I not changed the time again?
I doubt it, but that's all
30's alright, isn't it? I think people like that.
Question number 2. What is the title of Dave Loosley's Blackpool 2019 lecture notes? Is it Creative Collective, Clever, Cleverer and Cleverest, Passive, Vapouring Handbook, or Create, Perform and Amaze?
I like to see. As you can hear, it's happening right now. And I have a handbook written on how to avoid passive vapouring. I actually like the last one. I could use that.
Yeah, it's good. Right, here we go. Question number 3. Who is the host of the Magicians podcast? Dan Ives, Andy Nyman, Phil Taylor, Richard Young.
Is it going down?
Up and down.
Up and down.
Goes to 21, then to 20.
Someone said that they're enjoying watching the counter go up and down. So, yeah, I can't remember who that was. All right, that's nearly the third question.
And then we'll head to the leaderboard.
And I would say more general knowledge. So I'd be interested to see. I think a lot more people got that one right.
Yeah.
All those 3 right. So we'll head over to the leaderboard and see how we're doing over there.
Oh, Craig Leonard in first place, Trevor Hargreaves second, and Dan. Yeah, I can't see it. That's tiny.
Is it?
Well, for me it is.
Oh, take your glasses off.
Yeah, I won't be able to even see the telly with
No, I know, but we'll be able to see your eyes.
No. Right, so, but they're really close. I can see the top 2, 287, 286, and the next one is what?
284.
284, so very, very close.
And then, yeah, we jumped to 202, but everything is still to be played for here, so...
And how many people we got playing? 21?
I think 30-ish. 29.
29.
So,
good stuff.
And there's like 75, 80 of you over both of the things, so it's not too late to get involved. You know, the first 3 questions, you can still win it from not answering them. So, perfect. I think that's everything. No more questions coming in from them. So let's talk about this.
Ooh.
Now, this is called
Skynet.
This is by Mark Lavelle. We had a dealer's video sent to us before we received this, so we were fully aware of kind of how this works.
Yes.
Anyway, what are your views and opinions on Skynet?
I think if you want to do the effect, then I think it's a great way to do it.
It's any card. It genuinely is any card.
Yeah.
Right. So that in itself is powerful. You can have any named card. That's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Then comes the debate whether you're happy to negotiate some cards by using an equivocate or an equivoke. Now there is no equivocate here. It is any card. But we were having this debate about does it seem any different to the spectator if you're doing an equivoke to, let's say, pictures, and then that would obviously eliminate a huge what you need to take with you. So it's a debate of whether it will suit you or not. But the way it's made and the idea from Mark is fantastic. So it's whether you can sort of work with it would be.
Yeah, do you know, for me personally, I'm quite a is lazy magician the right word? I think it is in a way, which sounds horrible, but I would rather carry less.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like set up, even when I was saying things like the Billing Lemon, Billing Kiwi, I used to love performing it and reactions were good, but you would have a gig come up and you'd go, do I want to prep?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And it's that sort of thing. Not that there's a huge setup, but it is something you've got on you. Now, if I had an effect that I specifically needed a totally free choice, or I thought it was going to make it, pardon me, 100 times better and everything else, then yes, I would look for an option to use it.
Yeah.
But for me personally, in everyday use,
Yeah.
for me, I wouldn't, because it's too much to carry, whereas I know I can carry a smaller gimmick, use one bit of equivocate, and get the same looking effect.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No,
but
definitely.
That's not to say that the product is bad, because the product does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
It allows you to gain access to any one of the cards.
I know where I would use this, and it would be in more of a parlour situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Or if I was able to carry my own tabletop in, there's a version on there where it's body free, and that for me, I think is the highlight of this this effect, because I think from that sort of positioning, you're far more able to bring this in and out of play and not worry so much about carrying it on you.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. You made a good point. It's like the parlour thing. If you're going to use it once, I mean, I haven't tried, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't tried it. So what I'm saying is purely from what I've seen the gimmick is.
Yeah.
But I'm presuming the reset to this will take slightly longer to the other thing that we were discussing.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is just folding up one, putting it straight back in. So the reset of this will take slightly longer.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with this is once it's made, I mean it's made, but once it's set with your 52 cards, obviously this is hard because I don't want to give it away, but once it's set with 50 cards, it is a one-time makeup. So you are just putting your one card back, you're just making sure it's going back in the right place. But for me, I am quite a fast-paced worker.
Yeah.
I spare at a moment, I might throw myself down into a seat next to somebody, or I'll get someone up, and within that sort of movement, I personally would be worried about losing one of what I needed. That's just and you can fight the corner of that. Just be more careful. That's absolutely fine. But I know what I'm like when I work, so if I was able to have it on a table, it would far more suit my style, and they do go into that as well. So.
And I think for the people that have got a place to use it, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's if someone walked in the shop to me and said, show me a trick that I can go out and do tomorrow and I can show all my mates and then do it. This isn't what I think you need to know what you're going to use this for. Yeah. Do you know? Does that make sense? I know what you mean.
Yeah. This is, but that also is a great thing about the product because it's going to open it up for you. You're going to end up performing some tricks that not everyone's doing.
Yes, definitely.
And from that alone is worth a price because now you're doing something that no one else. Do you see that guy? You always hear that guy put a bottle through a table. That guy turned a deck into glass. So you hear that as you go around and you work. You can do stuff with this that will wow people that others probably won't put the time into actually taking with them. Yeah. So there's so many pros to it. The only cons are the ones that I said about suiting me as a performer. But yeah, it is a good product. And as I said, I would use it if I could attach to a table, which you can. So.
I agree with you. I think it's a great product if you've got use for it. There is a question coming actually that said how difficult or how is this different to Bang On? It's 100% different to Bang On.
Completely different. Yeah.
The beauty of Skynet is the fact that you can make a folded thought of card appear somewhere. Yeah. That's the thing. So if you imagine having an ungimmicked little box or something, and any card they name is genuinely folded up inside it.
Well, we were talking this, and this is something I've done. Sorry, I keep itching my nose because I've got hay fever coming.
Yeah, my throat.
I don't know what's going on in this room, but a routine that I have done with another product, Instagram, is utilising it with the Mint Box by Danny Garcia. Now, if you were going to play the Mint Box on the table and you can have any card with no quivercate or anything, it's the cleanest it can get, isn't it? And you can definitely do that with this. So, it's open to your imagination, but I think it's
even if you imagine approaching a table or something and having an envelope just with a big question mark on it and saying inside this envelope is one playing card. Then you're going to create a card. They all create one card. You tear it open.
Yeah, it's great.
Pour it out, and it's so it is an ingenious gimmick that is doing the work for you, but. You need to understand what it is and what you've got to...
And Mark clearly had what he wanted in mind, and he's achieved that. Like, this isn't something that he's made up in 5 minutes.
No.
He may have done. If he has, I'll be very impressed. But you can tell by looking at this and watching it that a lot of time has gone into this, and the manufacturing of it is great. And how quick can you... apply it? I think somebody said, how quick can you attach this? It's quick to attach.
There's no sewing or anything. No. It's sort of ready to go. It's very quick. It would be like a 15-minute setup, but once you're set,
then you just put it on or take it off whenever you need it.
And that takes a minute. So
I love a huge box for something that takes no pocket space.
It actually doesn't take any pocket space.
No, it doesn't.
That's the thing. It doesn't.
So that is that. Let's do some more questions. That is Skynet. We have a few of these in. So if you like what you see, you like the sound of it.
Have we got the trailer?
Oh, probably best we drop a trailer. Sorry for going on about that. Let's take a look at Skynet.
Initiate Skynet system. In card magic, free choice is often just an illusion, but for magicians and keen spectators, that illusion can easily be broken. With no limitations on your spectators, their decisions are entirely their own. Now it's possible to incorporate true free choice into your card routines with the Skynet system. Okay, first of all, you're going to tell me the colour of the card you're thinking of.
Red.
Yeah, red?
Yeah.
All right, okay, which one is it, a heart or a diamond?
Heart.
It's a heart?
It is.
Okay, is it a number or a picture? Number. Now, before you name anything out loud, I'm going to show you guys the paper bag here. Empty. And Jennifer, last but not least, what is the value of the card? So we've read red, heart, number...
7.
7 of hearts. Good card. Okay, you can fold it back up and throw it back to where it began with. You're going to throw the card up into half and you're going to throw it up into the air whenever you're ready. I think I did it. I think I did it. Actually, can you cup your hands for me like you're about to catch a small baby? Can we just check that bag is completely empty? And hopefully our one card and one card only is your 7 of hearts.
I don't understand that.
For the non-card workers, this can be adapted to produce thought of drawing duplications, written down words, money of all sorts of denominations, and even ESP symbols. The system gives you access to all 52 playing cards at any time. On this project, you will learn one of my signature routines.
Now we have the value, right? So you get to say the value, just go ahead, 3. And I gave you that bag from the very beginning, right? Perfect. Can I, watch. Pretend to take the 3. It was a 3 of hearts or clubs. Take the 3 of clubs and fold it in your mind and just pretend to throw it at the bag. Look inside. Can you cup your hands? Can you cup your hands?
Come on.
Cup your hands? Watch.
Oh,
Nothing else inside, right?
no.
Initiate the Skynet system. We have one card only, the 3. You look really suspicious here. You think everyone's in on it, don't you? And fool even your toughest audiences.
I just don't like how you couldn't have forced her to say 2 diamonds.
Right, so that's the Skynet project. That is in stock if you want to grab yourself one. So what should we do now? Should we move on to some questions?
Yeah, I will just. There is one here from Adrian actually. He says, "When are we going to get one-shot unedited trailers?" You know, it's I mean,
well, we try and do one-shot unedited trailers for ours, but
we'll never unedit a move.
No.
Really, do you know what I mean? Like on our ones, but I totally get what you say. Like sometimes you watch a trailer and you've got like a movie style, all this, right? And you're like, well, I just want to see the trick. And then just as you're about to see the move, where you go to yourself, okay, yeah, I can do that, then cuts, and you go, oh, well, then what was that? Do you know what I mean?
The problem is with a lot of this, from a magic dealer's point of view, so I'm going to be totally honest here, we can put out unedited trailers, and then all you have is 600 magicians going, double lift, Elmsley count, and so a lot of I can understand why magic dealers go, well, I'm not going to do that, you know, because it's one of those, it's just one of those things where you are selling a secret, you're trying to protect what you're selling, and the fact is, the whole idea, the same when you go back 20, 30 years where there were no trailers, what you would have described would be the effect. And I've told this story about 100 times, but I'm going to tell it again because it's true. When I started getting back into magic, I got a magic catalogue sent through. and I purchased 4 tricks from that magic catalogue, right?
Yeah.
One of them was, the description was, imagine walking up to someone, borrowing their lit cigarette, pushing it into your fist, and it instantly vanishes. I thought, yeah, I'm having that. Ordered it from this company. The next one was, imagine borrowing a £5 note, folding it and unfolding it, and it's now a 20. I'll have that.
Yeah.
I ordered 4 tricks, and I got 4 TTs in the post. Now, the fact is, you describe the effect.
Yeah.
And some of these things, we are magicians, and it does amaze me, and I'm going to go off on a little rant here, and I never rant, but it does amaze me how if someone puts up a trick, a magician will go, oh, I can see what you're doing there. Mm. If you can't, maybe you should be in a different business. We are magicians. Yeah. To say to someone, oh.
Yeah, the old,
how many face down cards were there? You know, you're
and we get it a lot in this. Like, you get it a lot in the shop, and you're selling magic to magicians. And a lot of the time, you know, we like to we don't always give the secret away, but we'll be like, can you do it? Can you do this? Can you do that? So the chances are we're actually going to tell you majority whether you can or can't do it. So the fact that they come in and go, oh, sorted, and you've got the sticky, okay. No, that's not for me. Well, why is that not for you? Like, it's a great trick. It is weird how some people look at things.
Yeah, I mean, I think as magicians, we still hope there's real magic out there. And the fact is, they are tricks. So we tend to try and put a full performance down, knowing far too well that any magician that's been in the business a while will know exactly what's going on. The thing that we hope is they look at a trick and go, do you know what? I think I'll use that because I can see the reactions are great. And do you know what? I'm going to support the creator rather than making it myself.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Michael King says, I watch a demo and want to see the reaction something gets. And if I get that wow feeling, I don't concern myself with the method. It's all about entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to look at it. You know, obviously we know a method needs to be, if you're a worker, a method needs to be sometimes practical for you to apply into your set, and I get that. But there's ways of. I think it should be called magic etiquette.
Yeah, and there seems to be quite a lack of that.
Yeah, a massive lack.
It's very weird. I mean, it's like we're such a small community, which should be supporting each other. And it's like everyone just wants to rip everyone to shreds.
I know.
I don't get it. I really don't.
And what I like though about our academies and our lives with you guys is it feels like this little tight-knit community where actually everyone's supporting each other, and you guys always help each other on the chat, and people have met through the chat. And it's great, and it just feels like away from that tiny little space that we have here. As soon as you go off to cafes and stuff, restaurants maybe, it just gets like carnage. But hey, I'm happy within this little bubble we've created. But
but it is a weird thing. I can understand people want uncut performances. We try as much as we can to give uncut performances, but I certainly understand why certain people don't. What I don't agree with is effects. I know there is one that's come out recently, and we showed a trailer of it. I hadn't seen the trick, and I'm watching the trailer and I'm going, oh, that's a pretty neat trick. And then he does the ending to it, and I'm thinking, I can't see how that's possible. And as soon as I picked up the pack, I knew what was going on purely by the thickness of the pack. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that's actually a bit naughty because there's something major cut out of that. If it was him cutting out a half pass, I can accept that. If it was him cutting out an Elmsley, I can most probably accept that. But for him to cut out what was there changes the effect, in my opinion. And that's a serious, in my book, that's a serious no-no.
And that is all it takes to, I guess, raise this question. I want an uncut trailer now. Because and it is hard. It's a hard box to tick. But I will tell you this, and anyone that's called us in the shop will know this: if you can get into the store, or if you can't, call us in the store. We are 100% honest. The amount of times that I've put somebody off of a product and recommended them onto something else is untold. Like we won't just try and say you need this. If they come in and say, I've even done it before. Someone's come in and said, "Oh, I want to get this," and I've gone, "Okay," and I've asked a bit about the environment they're going to work it in and the sort of magic they have, and it wasn't for them at all. But I thought it was something else that was. So there's something else was less. Like, apologies to money, but at the same time, that person's going to trust in what we say and come back,
and they're going to use it.
Exactly.
That's the thing. We have so many customers, and a lot of you are these guys that will ring us and go, "What's this like?"
Yeah,
because they know if we say it's good, it will be good. If we say it's not really for us, this is why. They can make an honest judgment. It's not for us. It's not about making the next sale. It's about giving you something you're going to use and you're going to be happy with.
Definitely. I know we've digressed there. I can't remember what the
it was a good question.
Was,
it was a good question. Is when are we going to get uncut trailers? And I don't think you'll ever get, across the board uncut trailers because of the way magicians' reviews goes now. It seems like all that a lot of magicians want to do is expose the trick or show how clever they are by knowing what an Elmsley count is. And while that keeps going on, I think people are going to be very protective about their creations, and so they should be. When you buy an Apple Watch or an Apple iPhone, they don't tell you how they made it inside.
That's true.
That's their trade secret. But
Steve Buck has made a comment. That's a great point, Pete, and I'm not sure what point he's going for here, but it's a great point, Pete. But how are customers to know that before it arrives if dealers don't tell the customer?
This is the thing, but we can only look after our own products and make sure that our trailers are true. That's the thing, and we do that. I will always make sure that whatever you see on an Alakazam trailer is exactly how it will appear to a spectator. So it won't be a situation where I say, do me a favour, can I put my wallet in your pocket? Now do a bill change and go, have a look in that wallet, and it's in there. But what you don't see is me going halfway through, oh, can I just borrow that wallet again? And, put it back in your pocket. So you will never see that with an Alakazam thing. You'll see the thing exactly as you'll see it in real life. As with other companies, we can't control what they do, but once we know what the trick is, if you call the shop and tell us or ask us, we will tell you. And it was only one of my customers that made me aware on this other trick. Like I said, as soon as I picked up the pack, I knew there was something more going on. But when he told me, basically, the trick, do you know what trick it was? I can't remember what it was called. It was a 4-card trick, and it started printing itself.
Oh, okay.
There's apparently two switches. Switches in a Himba wallet.
Print.
Which you know what it even comes into the trailer. Now to me, that's naughty. Very naughty.
No, definitely.
It's not to say the trick is bad.
No.
Because the trick is good.
But if you just openly put that Himba out in the first place, then you as a magician go, okay, I need to carry that comes with it, that's fine, and then you start analysing the trick off the basis that you know that's there. But when it arrives and like do you remember the Black Widow? So like you would get sold as a bit like what you're saying when you put the cigarette in the hand. You get sold this thing that you would, you can make things appear, vanish, and you go in your head, you go, okay, hold up.
I could do this with that, I could do this.
And then you receive it. And the funniest use for it is if you ever got to see Pete Furman, one of his early shows, he actually... The whole bit was about vanishing the silk and how on the outside it looks like.
And
then he pulls his trousers down and he starts showing his gimmick, and it's like you just go, "There's no possible way I could use that in the real world." But anyhow, we've had some great responses from you guys, and in short, if you're ever worried about a trailer, give us a call in the shop, and if we've seen it, we'll be 100% honest with you.
Yeah, and we've got live chat. We're on the phones. We've got email. So, and we will always be honest, 100% honest with our opinion. But it is only our opinion.
Yeah.
And it is annoying because certain tricks, like the 4-card one, I've got no doubt that will be a great trick. I don't agree with them cutting that out because it's such a major part of the routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there you go.
So that's been quite a cool little rant. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And that's the cool thing about this show. It moves from your questions. So if you have any more, guys, and we can get them in, go for it. But I think we're running quite behind on time here. Just looked at the time. So let's have a look at a couple of questions.
Wow. Yeah, we're really running behind.
Because we've only had 3 questions. So let's do 4 or 5. And
okay, so we're going to go for 4 questions now. Fingers on the buzzers. And we go to question number 4.
All right, Hans Klok. Illusionist is from which country? Is it Germany, Holland, the USA, or Canada? Ooh.
You know that.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like this quiz this week because I know a fair few of the answers, I think. I just want to say thank you to Alexander Ross, Ian Raymond Walker, Steve Black for your kind words there. I appreciate that. Question number 5. What is the name of Paul Zerdin's dummy? Is it Steve, Rob, Sam, or Stu? Know that one? You know that one?
Yeah. He put a great little Instagram post up with the old man yesterday. Did you see it?
No.
Wishing everyone a happy Easter, but it was really it was just a little funny one. It was just the way he ended it, which is quite good.
He's so good, isn't he? Alright, 6 seconds left. I will remember to change the time next week, so apologies on that. Alright, rounded to the nearest 10, how many subscribers does Pete and Ardy's DJing YouTube channel have? Is it 60, 30, 430 or 250?
I think I'm now tapped out. I don't think they allow me to have any more because I haven't had any since the first week.
Right.
I haven't posted anything on it, to be fair.
No.
Because usually it goes crazy and I have another subscriber come flooding in.
Yeah. One at a time.
Shall we do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Which drink would you expect to buy for a coin magician? Gin and tonic, brandy and coke, lime and lemonade, or scotch and soda? See, some good questions.
There are
I like
some
them.
good questions.
We still need to talk about this as well, actually. Right.
Okay, so that's it for the questions for now. We will take a look on the leaderboard in a mo while Chris sorts that out. There we go. So we've still got... Oh no, we've got Dan in first place.
Yeah.
That's a new first place. Tony's moved down to second. And Tom Rolfe has joined us in third. But it's still anybody's game. There's still 3 questions to go, guys. So keep playing.
Lovely job.
Okay, so Dave, what is that cheeky little thing you've got there?
This over here is SAS.
Ooh.
Which stands for, and don't be put off by it, okay? And I'll tell you why, because as soon as people hear smash and stab, they go, it's not for me. What's great about this is you don't just have to use the nail.
No.
But you can use the system to do any small object, I guess.
Yeah, so even if you wanted to do a kids' party or like a gambling Monty with a rolled up £50 note or something, you could do it with this.
So let me turn this, because when I opened this, and you know, as a magician, packaging isn't everything, but it does add to your overall experience, especially if you ever like bought from Apple or whatever. It's always, you know, they put a lot into packaging. Now the cool thing about this, when you open the box, there's lots of cool little bits to look at. Now I've removed one just for the pure fact of method, but you receive here a certificate, as you can see,
certificate,
and that gives you your 2 years warranty. Is that right? I believe you get a 2-year warranty on that, unless I made it up.
Did you make it up?
No. I thought I read it somewhere.
Did you get it off this? This is just surely a normal dog tag, isn't it?
Oh, it looks like, yeah, that might be where I got it from actually. It just looks like a dog tag, you know, it looks like a dog tag. But it's far more.
Dun, 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 dun.
That is a USB with your explanation on how the trick works, which is very cool. A little nice little added extra. You get the base here and the spike, should you want to do the spike version. And then you have...
Dun, 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 dun.
this little bad boy.
Ooh.
So, basically that can be placed there and the cup can be placed over the top. You can have 3 different cups on there. And I could leave the room, Pete could mix them up, and then I would be able to tell exactly what is where. And it is very, very safe.
Yeah.
It's a great, great idea and method. And what I'm going to do now, I've sort of showed you these props, is let you see a performance of it. I believe we have a performance. So let's go to that now.
Right, so that's the SAS. The props are beautiful. Each one of these is handmade. And we had 9 in stock, which are the only 9 that Chris had. And we only have 2 left, I believe.
Yeah.
And it is, yeah, it's great. Beautifully made.
The way it comes is fantastic. The fact that you can cart it around in that is really nice. I think that the actual spike itself, if you choose to go that route, is very sharp looking and dangerous looking, if you know what I mean. I know that sounds silly, but you do want that element of danger if you're doing smash and stab without the element of real danger.
Yeah.
And the method's fantastic. This is great as well if you're hitting your hand down, you don't want to be doing it on someone else's table. So you just justify it as the chopping board, boom, on it goes, and it kind of sets the scene. And the method and the engineering that's gone into it is superb.
Yeah, it is. As with all these effects, if you decide to go down the spike route, there is, of course, the element of human mistake or human error, as they say. So be very careful when performing any sort of routine like this, no matter how safe people say they are. Even though this is really safe, because you know it is what it is. It works. It has to work. The only one that's going to make an error is the person performing it.
Yeah, and then you looking at your information and taking it in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard stories of, and I used to smash and stab a lot. I've heard stories of people saying, you know,
They know where
it was
it
number
is.
2, so in my mind I'm now saying 2, 2, 2, and then they go for 2.
Yeah.
You go, actually, no, always look at it as a cross, always look at it as the negative.
But like we said earlier, you can actually adapt this for whether you're doing kids shows. You wouldn't use the spike, but you could hide like a little toy under it. Maybe a toy for the birthday kid or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you could do it with a toy, or if you wanted to do a Monty with money, like a free shell game, so I'm going to show you how they play it on the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and each time they mix them up, you can tell them where the 50 is. If they can con you, they get to keep it.
Yeah.
You know, so there's loads of little different presentation ideas.
The method is fantastic as well. We had 11 of these in stock. 7 have gone over the weekend. Yeah. So we have a few left.
9 we had.
We're in 11.
No, 9 and 7 went. So we've got 2 left.
So we've got 2 left. This is our demo one that he's kindly sent us, and I've been having a lot of fun with. And it's fantastic, and as I say, no expense has been spared on the quality of the stuff that you receive. If you're looking for a nice smash and stab, you won't be disappointed in this.
And I will say this as well, because a lot of the smash and stabs, I mean, they're all great routines and everything. They're all dangerous and they all get people on the edge of their seats. But sometimes I look at it and go, but you can see the base.
Right.
Surely the method is there.
Yeah.
Screaming itself to everyone else.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this one you can't. It's completely covered up. You can't see through the cups. There's no way you could know where it is.
No. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great bit of kit. If it's something that you've already toyed with the idea about getting, this in my mind is, I think it's mostly the best version I've seen.
Yeah. And somebody said, without giving anything, without giving away the method, does SAS involve electronics?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
So you know, for whatever reason, if you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting,
you end it.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. But I mean, the reliability on this is, I'd say it's very high.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're not. How do you say it without giving away?
The thing is, it is electronics, but it's a very well put together system using a very basic method, and that method does not fail.
No,
because mechanically it shouldn't be able to fail.
That's a good way of putting it. Ian says, "Are we going to get the answers to Dave's tossing?"
Yes, we are. Right at the end.
Stay tuned. All right, so I think that leaves us to basically have a look at the last questions. Do the answers.
There's a couple of questions coming here. Any news on Academy Elite gimmicks? We have actually got Academy Elite Sharpie through cards.
Yes, we have got some. They just haven't been.
Yeah, so we'll put those up on the website. If you perform Sharpie through card, want to do it with your Academy Elites, we have got Sharpie through card in Academy Elites, and they look superb. Look really, really good.
Yeah, when I say fairly high, I'm like 99.9%. It's just with anything, with any electronics. I mean, all these lights could go on us now. Do you know what I mean? It's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's as high as any other electronics, really. So.
Actually, Will Magic Man said, it seems like magic skills are going out the window and radio is taking over. I don't agree, because I think a lot of magic is performance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Definitely. They don't know you're using electronics, but a good performer can create a good magician, I guess.
Yeah. Right, okay, so... Questions?
Questions.
Should we do the last 3? We'll do them in one hit.
Yeah, and then we'll go through the answers, and then we'll do the toss-in, and then we're done.
Okay, so here we go with question number 8, which is, where on your body would you place the Sonada gimmick? Fingers, wrist, ear, or waist? I did have mine on my ear for a while, and I got caught out.
Yeah.
Quite a few times.
What, you mean that's the wrong place? You just eliminated an answer.
Yeah, it's like usual, didn't bother to read the instructions.
Or you could create an Inada gimmick.
Can you imagine?
New gimmick there.
Yeah. Right, here we go.
Number 9. Now these two I found difficult, but
Which 70s TV character had the catchphrase Magic Al Morris?
yeah.
Mr. Rigsby, Mr. Humphreys, Selwyn Froggatt, or Alf Garnett?
Do you know? I have no idea. This is where it could change the leaderboard.
Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would have said that one purely because I don't think the others would have said it.
I don't know who they are.
Well, these are old sitcom people before your time. Mr. Rigsby was from Rising Damp. Mr. Humphreys was from Are You Being Served? Selwyn Froggatt, I think that was just the name of the show. And Alf Garnett was Till Death Us Do Part. But I can't see him saying it. I don't remember Rigsby saying it. Mr. Humphreys, I don't remember saying it. So I would have said Selwyn Froggatt purely because I don't think the rest of them did. But we'll see.
Very nice.
We will see.
Question
Right.
10. Last one. What was the name of the snow tiger that injured Roy Horn on stage in Las Vegas in 2003? Was it Manticore, Cerberus, Gryphon, or Dawn? The three of them got to be made up. Just random names. Okie dokes, and that is going to bring us to the end of the quiz. So, there we have it, all 10 questions. I think some easier questions this week. So, and we've seen that actually in how many people we had on the leaderboard. So, let's take a look for the final time.
And the winner will get one of the cups. So first place, we had Dan. Second place, we had Mr. Buchan. And then we had Gary S. third. So well done, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
Send an email in, salesalakazam.co.uk. You will get your number one winner's mug. We will go to the answers.
Yeah, let's have a look at the answers. We'll take you through them so you can see whether we got them right or wrong. Dan got 9 out of 10, so good going. I don't know which one you got wrong. I would assume number 9. To me, I had no idea on that one. So, let's do the answers when you're ready, Chris.
So what else have we got happening?
That's it, mate.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
That's it. I know we're going to be going out filming some stuff soon.
Yes,
so,
maybe this week.
Yes. So that would be awesome. Stay tuned for that. Other than that, same old really this week.
We might have a new section on the lives that we can drop in called Dave and H Hit the Streets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just made it up.
It's news to me. Oh, stay tuned.
I'm not going to tell you what happens.
No. Yeah, we just hit the streets.
Yeah.
Just walk around, just hit people.
Right, we ready, Chris? Yeah. Okay, here we go. The answer to number 1 was Harapang Ong.
There we go. Creative Collective was the name of my Blackpool lecture notes. Who is the host of the Magician Podcast? Richard Young. Holland is where Hans Klok is from, and Crazy Leo Spencer's. What is the name of Paul Zerdins' dummy? Is it Sam? 30 is the amount of subscribers.
I think I'm
Peter
still on
has.
24 or 21.
Oh, well, rounded to the nearest 10.
Will be 30.
Yeah,
The
or
lowest
20.
number on it. He didn't even go. It would have been 20, but he done me some favours there, I think.
Well, maybe the guys can.
Really,
help you
he
out.
should have had rounded to the nearest 10. What's the closest to Peter? 1010,
Yeah.
1020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we just went honest, like
Yeah.
30.
One. Has he got one friend?
Look at all his supporters, though. That's good. It's 30 more than a channel that doesn't exist.
More people play our weekly competition than follow me
Yeah.
on YouTube.
There you go.
Says a lot.
Lovely. Question 7. Which drink would you expect to buy for Queen? Now, yeah, Scotch and soda is the kind of the one, isn't it? It's like the old-fashioned one.
And someone did point out there is a gin and tonic, but that's pretty. Gin and tonics.
I didn't know about.
Yeah, and I think that was... Well, there was a Captain and Jack as well, wasn't there? Which were... Or Jack and Coke, or Captain and Coke, or something, which
Jack
came out.
and Jill.
No, but there have been a few. But Scotch and Soda is the most popular of those. So that's what we're voting on.
All right, question 8. Where would you have Sonata Gimmick Fingers? Not here. 17's You Were Right.
Yep.
Sell and Frogget, well done. And number 10, Manticore was the tiger's name. So there you have it. There's your 10 answers, guys. Thank you for taking part in that. I know before we go, you got to see me toss some stuff in the air.
Yeah. Let's. I'm gonna.
Can we just put context to this for the people who weren't here at the beginning? Because otherwise, it's the most random thing to tune into.
Yeah, tell them all about it.
So we went. Where were we yesterday? What was it? Just horse racing.
It was point-to-point racing, which is local to us. But it's a brilliant day. It's people go with their kids. You go to bouncy castles there, but then they have things for the adults like the sheaf throwing, which is what you did.
Yeah.
And then they had things like they had a little doggy competition which you entered with Tilly.
She was the best.
She was the best.
She walked around it like she was at Crufts.
She was robbed.
She did walk around like she was at Crufts.
She did. She owned it.
Yeah, she did own it. But I didn't let you know.
No.
Yeah.
And then there was tug of war and everything else. But David done this sheaf throwing, which is a bag of hay.
I was bullied into it, let's just say.
Encouraged.
No one else wanted to do it.
Encouraged.
Harry wouldn't do it with me.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do it. But it was a hard challenge. So explain to them what it is. And then.
So basically I had to stand there with a load of farmers who clearly do this.
They
daily
haven't
basis.
got Xboxes, they're just out sheep throwing. Because they were bloody brilliant.
I can imagine you go past their gardens, you just see these poles up and they're all just practicing, you know. So I was out of my comfort zone, but I had to throw these things over the top. So we put a little poll together at the beginning as to how many times people believed I could do it, and you were basically kicked out of the competition if you missed the poll.
Yeah, and it goes up each time. And apparently, I did look it up yesterday. It's a Scottish thing. Right. So I don't know if it's a traditional game in Scotland. Maybe Gordon Munro can tell us. But yeah, apparently it's a Scottish thing. So your options were on the poll. Did David manage to get it over the pole 0 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? So let's have a look. A majority. So what have we got? Let's have a look. So the winning one, there's a joint, isn't there? 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
That's got the highest
26%.
vote here. Yeah, 26%, 26%. So I will say that those of you who got it right actually voted for number 3. David done it 3 times. And you've got to check this out because the last time was flipping high. And I will say that the bag ended up getting ripped halfway through. So a lot of the hay was coming out, which was making it lighter.
You just couldn't balance it. That was the thing I'd struggle with. But yeah.
Anyway.
I can't believe we're doing this. Especially talking about magic, but we're now going to watch me throw some hay over a pole. Right, so shall we say our goodbyes now? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so guys, thank you as always for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a long one today, actually. It's already 3:20, so thank you for sticking with us. We really enjoy it. We will see you next Tuesday as well. Anything to add? No, that's everything. Just make sure you guys get your hands on the Pro Show stuff quick if you like the look of it. It will sell very quick. And the SAS, we've only got 2. Yep, and Skynet is now in stock. If you've got a use for it, I think you're absolutely going to love what it is. Yeah. And we will see you next week. Keep your eye out for information on our next Academy course that's coming up. Make sure you subscribe to our emails as well on our Facebook page, and thank you to everyone that's been placing orders because we are getting so many new customers from America, from Canada, from Germany, literally from all over the place. So thank you so much for your support, and thanks for trying us out. I know the gentleman you mentioned earlier, you said left us a really great review. Oh yes, I can't remember who that was now.
But it was his first time from Australia ordering from Alakazam, and he said he was really impressed with the speed and everything else.
Yeah.
So it's great. Guys, if you live in a foreign country and you're worried about ordering from the UK, please don't. Our service is phenomenal. So anyway, guys, we will see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Nave.
Nave.
Dave. Dave. Yeah, come on, Dave. Give him a cheer. Give him a cheer. Come on, Dave. You've got a fan club. Oh, look at that. Giving away ground, coming to the one before the open ditch. Headspin still with the lead after an early move to claim it. Amigo is now in second, knocked out Loaded, nudged away from that one as they race towards the open ditch. Fence number 15. This is 5 from the finish, and it's Headspin from Amigo.
First, number 1, Amigo. Second, number 5, knocked out Loaded. And third, number 4, Headspin. The distances were 2 lengths and 12 lengths in a time of 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That's first, number 1, Amigo. Of the afternoon, Memorial Racing Club members conditions race for veteran and novice riders. And it's very kindly sponsored this afternoon by Faversham Joinery. And we have Kimmy Williams from Faversham Joinery making the presentation of the John Keane Memorial Cup and the Ice Chalk Challenge Trophy. Hands together, well done. Let's give them one more round of applause. Come on now, hands together.